scares, everyone. This is William Pattison, aka Eric Morris, for Artists in Horror Month. What is Artists in Horror Month, you ask? Artists in Horror Month is a month-long email event in March. And what it is to do is to spread recognition and appreciation throughout the horror community, and especially bringing recognition and appreciation to those members of the horror community that do not get that. The thing is, in the horror community right now, it's a mess. I mean, people are walking out of horror in disgust. Last year, director James Wan walked out on horror. He walked out right after he was inaugurated into Masters of Horror. In the past 2 years, I've seen 7 friends walk out on horror in total disgust because of the fact that whereas horror used to be like a family where people would help each other, now the horror community is fractioned. It is like gangs. Cliques have taken over, and people are just being horrible to each other. How can this be corrected? Well, it's not an easy job, of course. But, as they say, a little thing can do a lot of good. So, that is why last year I started Artists in Horror Month. And to take part in Artists in Horror Month is incredibly easy. Unlike our competition recognition month, which takes place in February, we do not expect grand gestures. We do not expect blood drives, film festivals, and none of our people will be sitting there and self-promoting themselves. No, you will not see any of our organizers on podcasts doing kissy, I loved you in this, I loved you in that, and basically self-promoting themselves. No. You will never see the organizers of Artists in Horror Month, but they are members of the horror community. Some of them are some high-ranking members of the horror community, but they are keeping themselves anonymous. The only reason why I am doing this is because we need a front man to explain this to you. And that's me. So, how do you participate in Artists in Horror Month? Very simple. You simply send an email to another artist in horror. It can be one email to one artist in horror. It can be 30. It can be 20. It doesn't matter. What we would suggest is that you send at least one email a day for the entire month to go through the entire Artists in Horror Month experience. because that is what will do the most good. Alrighty, what do we put in our email? Well, what we put in our email is a form letter. The letter is very simple. It says, it's Artist in Horror Month. And then you put the name of the person that you are sending the email to, the artist in horror that you want to send appreciation to. And you write down, I appreciate you. Every artist in horror deserves appreciation and recognition. Please pass this on to another artist in horror and show him appreciation and recognition. I think he would appreciate it. Thank you. That's it. No huge gestures, no self-promotion. You don't get, a picture moment. You don't, all you do is you do something selflessly for another person. That's what's important here. And it doesn't matter if people get one appreciation letter or they get 100. If they get an appreciation letter, they are blessed. They have been appreciated. It doesn't matter if you get 100 or that. Now, the artist in horror experience is this. You send out emails to the people that you know. Yeah, do as many as you want or you can, and send them to everyone that you know, your big stars, your buddies in horror, any artists in horror that you know. And then keep sending them out. Keep going through your list of people. Keep going through people that you know, people you barely know, all of that. And by the end of the month, you will be struggling to find people. And then you will be sending appreciation emails to people who probably do not get appreciation and recognition in horror. And that is what's important. That is what's really important. Also, my suggestion is that you send appreciation letters to people that have caused you trouble, people you don't like. Anyone, people that you've had a fight with in the past and you're stopped talking to them. Send them this appreciation letter. Do it every year. Every year that we do Artists in Horror Month, send them an appreciation letter. After a while, they will break down and they will either contact you and say, what the fuck is this? Why do you keep sending me these every year? And you can say, well, it's Artists in Horror Month, and I'm sending you an appreciation letter, and it might actually get you and this other person talking. It may break down walls. It may help you with your problems, and it may reforge relationships. And it may encourage these people, who knows, the first couple of years they might go, well, fuck you, I'm not going to do this. And they might not send out appreciation letters. But eventually they'll break down and do it. Eventually everyone will start sending out appreciation letters, and we will have appreciation spreading around horror. And that is very important, because spreading around this appreciation will start changing people's minds. Right now, we have small groups of people who are elitists. They think that they're above everybody. They think that the rest of us are crap. Who knows? They start getting appreciation letters. They start sending out appreciation letters. It might change them. They might actually get their souls back. Think about that. Eventually, we might actually start getting a semblance of horror unity. We might end up with a horror community like the horror community that I joined all those years ago. That was like a big family. People helped each other. The only enemies that we had were distribution companies and big studios who were trying to screw independent filmmakers. We weren't at war with each other then. Not like now. So consider that. Consider being selfless this month. Consider doing something for another person without getting a benefit for yourself. Stop thinking about promoting yourself, doing stuff only to forward your own career and that, and do something nice for another person. You'll make them feel good, and I swear to you, you will feel better too. So, happy Artists in Horror Month. I hope that a lot of you send out your appreciation letters, and I hope that we spread appreciation around the horror community. This is William Pattison, aka Eric Morris, for Artists in Horror Month. Bless you.